Yeah, what's up, my fellow Eagles fans? What's up? It's your boy Roy back again with another episode of the Preaching to the Birds podcast. We like to bring the latest and breaking Eagles news as it comes to you. Just tell you the truth, nothing but the truth, so help me God. Now, with that being said, we gotta bring you the real truth. The truth is, we got some doozy of some information, a doozy of some news to really cover today on the Preaching to the Birds podcast. And we was gonna talk about it anyways. We're gonna talk about it regardless, but now we really gotta talk about it, and we gotta be heartless about it. Brandon Graham had to open up his mouth, so now we really gotta talk about this Eagles offense, man. We're going to talk about this Eagles offense. Today on this episode, we're going to talk about the Eagles offense. We're going to talk about the maybe A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts beef. Yeah, we're going to talk about the A.J. Brown, maybe Jalen Hurts beef. I think it's really Schmitty personally, but we're going to talk about that in a second. And then we're going to talk about what Brandon Graham said and why what he said was stupid. He should have kept that in locker room talk on some Donald Trump shit. But you know what it is, though? People get, in their feelings, get emotional, and then they do stuff. But we gonna talk about how this may affect the team. I think it may, end up being good for the team. I think what A.J. Brown honestly said was good for the team. But we're going to get into that in a couple seconds. But for those of y'all who have not seen the clips that we are talking to, let's start with the clips. This is what Brandon Graham said. Yeah.
The person that's complaining need to be accountable. And I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? And he noticed. I don't know the whole story, but I know that one is trying. And 11 could be a little better with how he responds to things. And they was friends before this. It's but things have changed. And I understand that because life happens. But it's the business side that we have to make sure that we don't let the personal get in the way of the business. And that's what we got to do better as right now, because we know it's an issue. Everybody's seeing some things, but we need to be able to talk things out as men. You know what I'm saying? But we need to let personal stuff go and let's get right for this game, because it's like a lot of stuff. Most of the time, it's just a conversation that just need to be had. But the person with the problem gotta want to talk to the person other than others. Okay. That's all I'm saying.
Now look, I see where Brandon Graham is coming from. my nigga, but I'm like, bruh, some things need to just be said in the locker room, not on whip. You know what I'm saying? Some things need to just be said in the locker room, face to face, not on whip. You know what I'm saying? That's some in-person conversation. Like, my nigga, if they beefing, and you the big brother on the team, you the mentor on the team, you need to go up to them right then and there. Be like, yo, look, I don't know what's going on with y'all. I heard A.J. Brown was over here saying that, we need to fix the offense. Like, passing specifically. That mean y'all need to have it out with a kumbaya meeting or something. I don't know what y'all need to do together, but my nigga, you can't be going out there talking like that. Now, with that being said, if y'all haven't seen what A.J. Brown said, here's the clip. But this is why, Brandon Graham said what he said. But then we're going to get into more why what Brandon Graham said was stupid. And I mean stupid, boy.
Offense wasn't good enough. What are some things you think that the offense needs to improve on? Passing.
AJ, I know everybody wants to get in a rhythm. And Devontae was acknowledging that. Receivers, just like running backs, want to get in a rhythm. How hard is it as a receiver to get into a rhythm when you guys are only throwing the ball like 20 times?
Incredibly tough.
It seemed like there was a moment on this.
Look. I see why Brandon Graham said what he had to say. But the thing is this. It was stupid because you shouldn't have just said that in person like I already said. You should have just said that in person like I already said. Now, look, Brandon Graham already tried to walk it back. This is what he said on Whip already. First, I want to start off by just apologizing to my guys. I was going to see them today anyway, but I wanted to start first here publicly since we was all here. I made the assumption I didn't know all the details, and I still don't, and I was just like, dang. I just really saw everything that y'all saw with the video, and I was reacting to that, and I should have used a little more logic on it. It was more just on me, just wanting people to pretty much, man, I just want to win pretty much. For me, everything I said I didn't want him to do, I did too. I want to own that. As always, we got to stand up through the good and the bad. Right now, I don't think it's the bad. I think it's a great thing because chaos definitely creates diamonds. Pressure makes diamonds. I feel like this is about to be something we're going to bounce back from really good. We all make mistakes. This was one of my mistakes. You're never too proud of no mistakes, but it's something that I'm going to definitely learn from. And I know for sure those guys, when I do talk to them, they're going to understand where I'm coming from on why I assume that just based off the video of AJ. I know we going to get right because them boys definitely want to win. That's why he was frustrated. I'm going to ride with AJ on the frustration because he just wants to win, want a winner. All of us just want to win for the city, and we all make mistakes on this one. Now, look, I'm going to be real. I think this is something that we could bounce back from. I think this is something that needed to be said. I think sometimes, if we being honest, I think what AJ Brown said was right, bro. Jalen Hurts has been terrible these last 3 games. I mean, terrible when it comes to passing yards, getting his receivers involved. He's averaging like 120 yards these last 3 games, man. He's averaging like 120 yards these last 3 games, man. You got Smitty and you got AJ Brown for the last 2 games, and I'm just like, bruh. No, you know what? No, we just got Smitty back this week. But still, man, you had AJ Brown, Dallas Goedert. You got Saquon Barkley, you only getting like 120 yards, my nigga. What we get Jahan Dotson for, my nigga? What we get that nigga for if you only gonna get 110, 20 yards a game, bro? And I think it's important that, you know, AJ Brown, Jalen Hurts' best friend, his god brother in a sense, man. God brother, AJ Brown's god brother to or godfather to his daughter. And I think it's important that, you know, family calls you out in situations like these. Like, bro, if we gonna make it to the promised land, Jalen, I need you to play better, bro. I need you to get me and Smitty the ball on time. On time, my nigga. These late throws and shit. These late throws Emmanuel Acho is throwing out here. These late passes. They need to go. When I'm open, you got to give me the rock, boy. Because there is no reason that AJ Brown, Schmitty shouldn't be each getting about 75 to 100 yards per game. And I mean that, bro. Jalen Hurts should be having like 200, 250 yards per game. Saquon Barkley is destroying records, literally. He literally the leading franchise rusher for the Eagles, bro. He got more yards than LaShawn McCoy. Boy, he is the leading rusher, period. He better than my guy Brian Westbrook, man. And you ain't going to get these other people the ball, bro. I'm just saying, bro, this offense could be way better than what it is, and we only scratching the surface because Jalen Hurts ain't throwing the rock when he's supposed to throw the rock. Oh, you don't believe me? All right, go look at this Emmanuel Acho breakdown. Yeah.
Of course, AJ Brown, the man in the pink cleats, is upset. If he wasn't upset, he wouldn't be human. I'm going to show you all about 6 plays. Right now, back foot. Jalen, you're looking at him. Get rid of the ball. He's open. He's going to come back to the ball. Get rid of the ball, Jalen. If AJ Brown was not upset, he wouldn't freaking be human. The man in the pink cleats, people. If AJ Brown, bottom of the screen, if he wasn't upset, y'all, I'm telling you, he wouldn't be human. It is human for him to be this open. He's open. Let it rip, Jalen. He's open. You're looking at him. The ball's cocked. Let it rip. If he wasn't upset, he wouldn't be human. Look at AJ. If AJ wasn't upset, I'm telling y'all right now, as a human, it is only fair that AJ be upset. Right now. Watch him. Man in the pink cleats. Let it rip. 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 The very next time, the Eagles run essentially this exact same play. The same play. Roughly the same play. In breaking route. This time, Jalen does let it rip. Completion. AJ Brown. Break tackle. First down. If AJ Brown was not upset, he wouldn't be human. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Of course he's upset. You would be upset. Man in the pink cleats. Top of the screen. Hey, it's one-on-one, Jalen. It's one-on-one. Post safety is not even leaning his way. You have A.J. Brown, a top 5 receiver in football, one-on-one, and the post safety is not even leaning his way. Give the man a shot. You know what they say in football. If he's even, he's leaving. If A.J. Brown was not upset, he would not be human. It is only human to be mad at this. Now, this is a touchdown play. Make no mistake about it. But why make it so difficult on yourself? Man-to-man coverage. Pick. A.J., if he wasn't upset, he wouldn't be human, y'all. I mean, dude's wide open. I get it. It's a touchdown. Shout out to the Eagles for winning the game always and forever. But why take the easy route? A.J. Brown, pink cleats. You can't even miss him. If he wasn't upset, family, he wouldn't freaking be human. You be mad too.
Now look, we already talked about, two of the major three things that we need to talk about. We need to talk about one more thing. We talked about, why I think that, BG should have shut his mouth and not really done what he did, go up there and talk about that. You really didn't know the whole story. And realistically speaking, you given the world just too much information, man. It should have just been locker room talk. You didn't have to do all that, because now the media is going to go and run with that. They're going to go running with that shit. That's going to be the biggest talk in the town. And realistically speaking, we don't need that energy. We don't need none of that energy. We just need to be focused on, going and get a Super Bowl. That's what we need to be focused on, and that's going to go get a Super Bowl. The Detroit Lions is looking too tough for us to be, fighting with each other like this. I already talked about the fact that I think this is going to be good for the team. No, the reason why it's going to be good for the team is because, Jalen Hurts needs to play better, man. He needs to be playing better. Like the last 3 games, he's averaged like 125, 115 yards passing. Yeah, he has a good passer rating, but yeah. That needs to get better in general, man. That needs to get better in general. Like, realistically speaking, you should not be averaging the abysmal numbers that you are averaging. Against the Panthers, 66 percentage rate. He had 108 yards, 2 tubs, rating of 110.8. The Ravens, he had a 57.9 percentage rate. Passing completion percentage rate, 118 yards, 1 tub. At 93.8 rating. And then against the Rams, he had a 68.2, and he only had 179 yards and 1 tub with 100 and something. 108 rating. Like, bro, like realistically speaking, like, yeah, that's cool or whatever, but it's not all that. It's really not that. I think it's not all that. It's really like it could be a lot better with the weapons that we have. Dallas Goedert, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Jahan Dotson. Like, come on, now we can do a lot better. But what we have not talked about yet is why I believe Devontae Smith is the real reason why, the Eagles is having this little beef. I think he really the real reason that we having this little beef. Like for instance, that last play you saw with Emmanuel Acho, right? It was obvious the play is designed to go to A.J. Brown. There's a little pick route. Boom. Jahan Dotson got away with a little, offensive PI. But, A.J. Brown don't get the ball. The man in the pink cleats don't get the ball. Now, realistically speaking, why that happened? Because Jalen Hurts had already predetermined, I ain't seen my boy Schmitty in a while. I got to get Schmitty the ball. And a couple of those clips, actually, that Emmanuel Acho broke down, Schmitty got the ball instead of AJ. You know what that tells me? That tells me that, Schmitty a little upset. He trying to get that rock. He ain't done that well this season. He must have himself on his fantasy team. Yeah. So, with that being said, and besides that, too, did y'all see how this nigga A.J. Brown reacted when, the reporter asked him about Schmitty? He was all smiles and giggles and shit until the reporter asked him about Schmitty, and he just eyes moving all weird and I'm like, yeah, it's Schmitty for sure, bro. Schmitty's the one out here. He need to rock. And you don't believe me? Look at this.
Passing.
AJ, I know everybody wants to get in a rhythm. And Devontae was acknowledging that, receivers just.
Yeah, you see that face though? You see how you started doing that? That's nervousness. That's what that is. That's nervousness, man. The man was all cool, calm, and collected the whole time he was doing the interview until he was asked about Schmitty. When Schmitty was brought up in conversation, baby, then his face started doing a little twitching shit. I'm like, bro, come on now. You nervous. You nervous because Schmitty obviously don't want to be talked about. And it's cool. The truth is, A.J. Brown been public about it. Schmitty want the ball, bro. Schmitty want the ball. And I ain't mad at him. I ain't mad at Schmitty for wanting the ball. I ain't mad at A.J. for wanting the ball. A.J. Brown and Schmitty got to get the ball. Jalen got to deliver the rock on time every time. Jahan Dotson got to get the rock on time every time when you get the opportunities to do that too. So, last thing I'm going to say is this, right? This should be a good thing. This should be a good thing. If Jalen Hurts can come out, give us 4 250-yard performances in a row, then realistically speaking, then we can really do well. Or this could be really, really good for the team in the sense of like we gonna really, really need Jalen Hurts to be able to play lights out against a team like the Lions, man. They have a really good run defense, but they ain't got no corners over there, man. I don't want you to talk to me about Terrion Arnold. I told y'all from jump, Terrion Arnold was too fucking handsy, bro. Quinyon Mitchell was better, bro. 100%. And look what's happened. Quinyon Mitchell hasn't allowed no tub the whole season, and Terrion Arnold's the most penalized cornerback in the league. Period. Look it up. Don't care. Anyways, the point is we gonna need Jalen Hurts to be able to get Brown and Smitty the ball so we can get that play action pass going when they over here biting on Saquon Brown or Saquon Barkley, baby. Man, but that's all I really got for y'all. I hope y'all having a good ass day. Yeah. Other than that, like, go Birds, baby. Yeah.